everything is put into the pot. And now in my recipe in the book, I put in 2 chopped up green peppers. But my husband's very weird about vegetables and very weird about peppers, so he's going to be eating this, so I'm not putting in the green peppers. But my mother always did, and it's delicious with green peppers in it. But the spices that I put in was chili powder, cumin. The spices were chili powder, coriander, and it was cumin, and it was, I forgot. And then what I'm doing is everything's in here. I'm going to add another pinch of salt to finish it. And I'm going to add some more grounded black pepper. Now in all the recipes in the book, I want you to feel free to make them your own. If you wanted to mince up a couple of cloves of garlic, if you wanted to do oregano, you know, open up your spice cabinet and have fun. And every time you make it different. Make it your very own. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it back in the oven for about an hour. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lid. I'm going to put the lid back on. And I'm going to put it back in the oven. So in an hour we get to see what it looks like. Hello, I'm back again. We're waiting for the chili to get done out of the oven. And I wanted to give you a little tip. I've been hearing on TV and different shows on the Food Network channel that there's a debate between whether you boil your hot dog or you skillet fry your hot dog. So I'm going to do both. And this is really cool. I took a skillet and I put down some vegetable oil on the skillet. I even just pulled out hot dogs that were in the freezer. So what I'm saying is if you come home from work hungry, you can just not make anything. Pull them out. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put water in the pot. Okay? What's going to happen is that water is going to start boiling. The hot dogs are going to become unthawed. They're going to separate. And what's going to eventually happen is all this water that's in this pot is going to evaporate. So it's kind of like boiling. But what you're going to have left is you're going to have the oil. And the oil is going to brown them. So we'll get this like 10-15 minutes. We'll be back and we get to see how our hot dogs look. And I'm going to cover it just slightly. Sorry, this isn't big enough. As you can see, we left our hot dogs. And look, now they're boiling. They're separated. And they're boiling. So now we have a boiled hot dog. So we come back a few more minutes later, and what's going to happen is all the water is going to be evaporated. Then we're going to have a pan-fried hot dog. See you back in a minute. We're back with our hot dogs. Now you can see the water has evaporated, and look how they're all plump and moist from being boiled. And they just look so good. And look, they're getting golden brown because the oil's left and they're browning them. Look at these delicious, delicious hot dogs. Aren't those perfect? So you can't have the best of both worlds. Boiling and sauteing your hot dog, or pan frying your hot dog. Don't these look delicious? Well, let's see how we did. Let's see how the chili is. See how the chili is. Let's stir it. Ooh, how does that look? That looks so good. That smells so good. It's so rich. And what I'm thinking about is what I can do to use up all this chili. I know what we can do with it. We can use those hot dogs that I demonstrated how to cook. These nice hot dogs. Put them on the plate. We just put the chili right over. And of course, some cheddar cheese.